Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ulda will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. I'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine! You stole from me, don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with me own coin. What right? You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut dodo. Want to say it one more time? Get back what you stole or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass plates, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, there are authorities needed to hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. So was me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of you. I saw him in my mother's grave. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved. I want to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mama's farce. You lot, teach him a lesson. Not bad for an adventure. Except ill. Look, bugger, bugger. Oh, that was awesome. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Thank you, Ken Adventure. Thank you thrice over. I'd swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support the communities. The residents found the land had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Bulldog has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I'd be lying if I said it wasn't apprehensive. I hope the presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades will welcome that help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff. And my welcome to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you have no coin, you have no hope. We'll become of our city. Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. $1 tenderloins! Get your $1 tenderloins! Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think Ulda was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity, and you see there's no end of the misery and suffering. Madam, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her by the meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Really, you still have word that differently. Who said that? I will overlook this. Just this once. God bless you, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Ever the selfless hero, I see. It's been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Laminsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you've displayed the unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you have demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your deed seems to have verily served the general good, whether you mean it or not. It is a happy knack, and one that speaks volumes for your character. Yet, for all the admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues you most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fight for a common cause. A cause which would greatly benefit you for your support. If you agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Think on my offer a while. Should you decide to accept it, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Seems like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? course, I do enjoy hearing the gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. Ah, Rathima. Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. Look at you. No one would ever guess you'd been hard at work with giants in the dark. You're every elm the adventurer Mewen said you'd be, Rathima. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forgot, there's a lassie who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing your description, I knew who she meant right away. Thank you for sparing your time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not a very good one, would be the truth being told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when... I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of my party was killed. His name was Xavier, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see. An adventurer is adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of that chance. Since that day, I had thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think about the woman you are, of what you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just like the Pharaoh once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I'll go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. I wanted to meet you first, to ask your name. Rathima Wol. I shan't forget. Thank you, Rathima. I pray that we meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. The time was I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Rathima. What did you say? You want to know about the signs of the 7th dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Rathima, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know for how well capable you are, but even you would think twice about attending some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, Matt, ain't that a surprise. I swear, if I pitted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventures would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose, on account of being old Don. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these signs of the 7th dawn, you can. The good people who made it their mission to solve some of Aeosia's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Rathima. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Aeosia's enemies would very much like to know. Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called Awakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Rathima, and the days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them and help make you into the woman adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, will you? Right, I've said my piece. Off you go. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Alright. Hmm. Hmm.
There we go. Where are you?
Oh, okay.
That's
to you because, yeah.
Rathima. I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As first order, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to also protect you from the dangers you are not yet ready to face. I did not know that Leovold had become later the Alacran. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many more of us would not have returned alive. I need to know why he's returned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Thanalan for any trace of his whereabouts. Fortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicions that he's been taken prisoner by the Alacran, or worse. If there's any hope of saving him, I must act quickly, and have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was attacking the Alacran near the Hammers in western Thanalan. If you go there, you may get to find some clues to his fate. Been far too reckless in these recent days, and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Rathima, find our missing comrade and bring him back to him safe. I hope the auctions have you. You're not the first to approach me about this, Morn. It is true. In an effort to encourage immigration to our great nation, all lands within the goblet are to be set aside for adventurers like yourself. Tragic maxim, I say. Only adventurers are permitted to settle with this war. But such decisions were made by men wiser than I. You will place the goblet. And that made oasis. Charming huge. Now, why bother explaining it when you can see it for yourself? Just head through these gates and follow them. Wish no more of the goblets. Pick up the recruit station just past the entrance. I'd be happy to assist you. Sister. That's a fine swordsmanship, Rathima. Mila, the first sword someone knows how to pick up. Well, after all these years, I can't quite bring myself out to call her that. See, I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild. We lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. To look at her now, you'd swear she was born with a blade in her hand. She had much choice to rise to the occasion, though, with all the trouble Aldous got into 7 years ago. Such bastard! You should never. Enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Old after short rest. You go on ahead and tell Mila I'm fine. Yeah, just whatever. Rathima, I think the gods are alright. Heard all about the ambush at the hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you're recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Rathima, the very guide I am seeking. Closer far when not the others in the woods. Since my guards, and close to meeting by the approach of the village art in eastern Thanaland. Naturally, I have not divulged this information to the sword. As you may have gathered from their previous interactions, she's still rather upset with him, and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guild master before that horrible scandal. They would have made such a lovely couple. Forgive me, it's not like the appropriate topic for conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the first sword will not hear any rendezvous from me. I'm going to leave that in. Deep in the desert of my heart, and on the fire blooms, yearning for the heavens above, to quench my thirst for you. Ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... You have to be as if you stole her. My sincere apologies. May I please have your name? Rathima Wol, Rathima Wol. Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. If you antecede into the Solar, I shall let you know to expect you. Rathima Wol. Tataru support you arrived. Lady Minfield is eagerly awaiting your coming. This way, if you please.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals with who you may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Totaro. The pleasure's mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty to add in your name to the retainers registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult with retainer Vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us in the full extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I'm sure you'll agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it's important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Our organization, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, was formed through the union of two separate entities. The first was comprised of the Charlian natives such as myself and was called the Circle of Knowing. Second, made up of individuals that share your rare gift, was known as the Path of the 12. Terrible events that ushered in the Seventh Umbral Era taught us only that together when we stand against the evil that seeks to consume us. Summoning a primal is no small feat. It requires a tremendous concentration of ether, which is why the beast tribes go to such lengths to obtain crystals. Once they manifest their physical form, their unquenchable thirst for ether only grows stronger. They would drink the land dry with nary a thought to the consequences. Considering their fearsome strength, it could well be within their ability to do so. It is for this reason we must do our utmost to oppose them. This place is called the Waking Sands, and it is our headquarters. It used to be somewhere else, you know, but then a bunch of things happened and we ended up here instead. While the others, there are others who possess the Echo. None are near as strong as you with the power. Hence, our extremely high expectations of you. 7 waning moons see 7 suns rise. Divine order royals, fallen corpses writhe. Thus the divine chronicles seek to warn us once more. The meaning of these words now shines clear. They evoke a dire circumstance of this imperiled age. The realm doth shudder and twist, and dawn lieth cowering neath the stifling blanket of night. And we abide. We await the coming of the unborn era seed, the light which shall pierce the glowering darkness. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to this threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Rathima. I will go whither the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I'm glad of our meeting.
Why the hell are there dogs in here?
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Through this first mission, you will come to understand the nature of our struggle with the primals. The realm may appear to be well on its way to recovery, but reality paints a far bleaker picture. The truth is out there, Rathima, and I would have you discover it for yourself. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe are to be connected. Assuming that we are correct, it is unlikely that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further the understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at the Amagina and Sons of Mineral Concern will have doubled the security over all of the shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abduction shall be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of our missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Driver, so that would be a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and seems that he gives us our full cooperation. I'm Isambard, here to search for missing folk to take it. And Philia sent word that that adventure of fitting a description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja, since we know who the culprits are at least. Now I bear no official title in this camp, but the people have come to look to me for leadership. If you have my word, that'll do what I can to see the victims safely returned.
Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja's culprits and villains. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied by these nights by the Amalja hands. Flames burned where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of the callers of the church of St. Adama and Landama. Innocents are wishing no more than to pay the respects to the dead. Pulsar is deserved proper burial. I would see to the dead before Mongols catch a scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. You can secure the remains for me, friend. You'll find them on the eastern road. 12 willing may come to learn something of the Amalja seeking this area. Good to see you returned. We're able to secure the remains of our fallen. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across the other side. We've done a noble deed this day, I think. Now, look at the Amalja. Did you see anything? Certainly such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarries unawares. Ah, so the word should be made, after all. Feared us much. That part of the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. Since there is more to this than meets the eye. Occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for the people going missing in these kind of numbers. The total is too great and the questions too many. Not surprising in the least to another hand in this. Whose? Countless travelers pass through the dragone every day. And even if one were among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Let's say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves. Maybe among them we'll find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungus who was born here in Dragon and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character. He knows his people here better than anyone else. Wages at the end, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him. Else it's not like to speak to you. Warfare worship Reaver, vile being they proclaim to be the Lord of Inferno. They say whoever looks upon him must choose between one of two fates: to follow him or for life or be burned to ash. Not much of a choice, if you ask me. Oh, well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Old What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours is marred. Folks around here are as worried as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Let them all for fools that coax some of the hard labor out of them I did. Even ignored them to them before, but with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me.
take whatever's been feeding off us slow folk. What do you want from me? I don't know nothing, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just I told you, wasn't it? A whole lot of them are terrified. It's been a talk of a folk being abducted. If you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly close to death's soul, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back, Rathima. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Unrest. Well, another thought to me occurred to me in your absence. Common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. If you speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something else. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we would know a better place than to ask than at the church of St. Adama Badama. Small and humble church, far northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver some palm cords? Morbid request I grant you, but it must be born to brewery owner, just no one more than you to see it done. So you got a man named Marcus. He tends to the graves of the militia. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Oh. I like a woman who keeps me waiting and nurtures a sense of anticipation. It's been 7 years since Mila's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old goat through and through. Gods, when he danced with the sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Mila's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. And who might she be? Another one of Leovold's lackeys. Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you've outlived your usefulness, he'll dispose of you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Rathima? No pressure, but I'll be evaluating your performance. Read her movies, Rathima. Contact her higher literature. Your interference is inexcusable. This ends now. Watch it, Rathima. This kitten has claws.
You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Mila has a woman like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will ever give her good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever, stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. She needs you, Aldous. Didn't you listen to a word I said? She needs dependable people. In case you haven't noticed, I'm anything but. I'm only here because of unfinished business. When it's settled, there'll be no reason left for me to stay. I owe it to her old man to put an end to this, to give him peace in Thal's realm by making that bastard Littlefold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Rathima. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. I am Marquez, yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Bury him well and give his full peace, then we will talk. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She's been very kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orson within the church walls. It's all wrong. I should have. I hear you have done us a service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Zabar when you next see him. We seek knowledge of the missing drybone inhabitants. It's true I am closer to the people than any other in the Order. I confide to them and they me. When they wish to speak to the Keeper Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should you learn anything pertinent, I'll be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. For he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now to prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man named Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquez and soon. Please extend my gratitude on his part and on behalf of the Order. So many tragedies have befallen us in recent years. The calamity of the primals, alas. It is only within our power to shepherd the souls of the fallen and pray that they find peace in Thal's realm. Burial's no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. We were able to learn an odd of the missing common folk. You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Rathima? A pleasure, my dear Azabard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Ungus, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk seeking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better than to take the pious unawares than she who takes the confession? My good sister Orson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't! Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And it would be wise to keep an eye out to this rose. Still, the Lishkeeper Marquez. I swear to the 12 I'd seen that face elsewhere before. It cannot be. Though she has once traveled to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and is not uncommon to speak to children. But no, it cannot be she, could it? Don't worry these suspicions. No, there is one child in particular she's fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Rathima, and see if you can glean something about about Orson's activities. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always used to be right here and thought about following the order on the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monster's outside her? Please find her. You're the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. Seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child. Yes. Well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is the ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Orson was attacked by outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend! We'll secure a room for her at the inn for her for should she require any rest. Searching for the members of our orphans. Risking her own well-being and doing well less. So that the disasterly deeds Thancred would have us believe.
glad to pursue the in-room for our Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her tactics than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thankrin came looking for you once more. He left word that you'd be waiting at the Amaji encampment to the southeast. Pray the two of you are able to recover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are, Rathima. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orsa. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false as though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orsa near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Malda caught my eye. Tracked them as far as his encampment, but let's say I would be much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, Rathima. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. Looks like to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. Lettering. Atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nullthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order pennies. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Dragon. Let's see what Sister Orson makes of it. Savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor of this day? What is the... Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This is not made by any true brother or sister of the order. That I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone have been posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? Well, thickens with you. A corporate pretends to be a priest to lend credence to deception. There's no doubt an irony somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. Shall consider how to best handle this. For now, tell Isambard what I've learned here. Posing as a priest? To think, he's
once again, Rathima. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I've not seen anything unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. Unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more victims will fall victim. More innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect is imposing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. But Rathima and me serve with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare hope this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm not useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops will sure serve your needs, so as long as you don't mind the smell and stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, so as to lay the foundation of our little boy, we must make it look widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp during this rightful quarter. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Issachar has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priests should catch wind and approach us. The immortal frames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Looking for work, you say, sorry, we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. I preach the teachers of Azema, Warden. How's thou come to partake in her honey of her wisdom? Azema is the keeper of the sun goddess and goddess of England. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this night, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. What is it? God, it's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you go keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours that drive it? Greetings, good man. Is there aught I can assist you with? No. I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows at the pond north of Sandgate. Being a nuisance with you. Camp is buzz with the new Takamili right vagrants. And though we were unable to track that wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have been commonly by the pound north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The Iceland authorities do not resent this, rather than deal for spiriting away house souls. Let's go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. You say you want to remain in disguise.
fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Rathima. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child. I am requiring you no harm. I'm the priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, August. How did you know You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Continue. Very well. I'm a man of Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some months ago, the Amalcha raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant, that was all I knew. So I did the only thing a merchant could, approach Amalcha in hopes of brokering a deal. In return of sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule of the crystal shipments from the Nawana mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me information. Next, they wanted me to bring the people, so I posed as a priest to lure the vulnerable and give them over to the altar. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing. At the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. It was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sold more meat for a course of lifetimes and not see the fraction of them Alger pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. You want to blame someone else for the mess of the world's end? Then blame yourselves for the gods. Oh, not you again. Were you the one leaking out the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No! I don't think about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught about leaves your mouth. But no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Rathima, be a dear and take word to these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still out there somewhere. Our first most priority is to rescue them. Welcome back, Rathima. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You've done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalcha know the answer. Suffice it to say, they're not will not willingly depart with this information. Their blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. They might take to the field as suitably prepared. I would advise you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Munimix Bobbypots, and he's a scholar of no small repute. Munimix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Aeosia. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Munimix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the greater benefit to all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Munimix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft for you. Munimix is ever to be found at this camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Hail there, adventurer. I'm Nedder Gardenhart, an explorer by trade and scion by allegiance. And you, my friend, look to me an adventurer in need of a challenge. I have another just a place that I will offer to you. Tucked away in the corner of eastern Thanalan is Halatali, and it is there that you'll find something all the excitement you crave. The place boasts a storied history. It was built some 100 years ago as it passed as a training ground for gladiators. Calamity laid root to it, though, as it did most things. Now Halatali is a shadow of its former self. But the dark of that shadow look wild beasts, both bloodthirsty beyond count. For one such as yourself, I dare say there is no place finer than Halatali to test your skill and refine your technique. Indeed, I've taken the liberty to passing your name along to the claims who oversee the place. Should you visit, speak with one Fakajoni near the entryway. Why are you staring at me like that, Rathima? Something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Alakran's movements. I remain confident that we'll find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. Is the halls of Halatala you seek? You need seek no further. Permit me to tell you something of this place. The name comes from the ancient tongue, Halatali, meaning the land of many shadows. It is here that our distant ancestors first settled land. Lesson in history? Listen. Do you not hear the howls and growls? Do you not feel how they shake the very earth beneath you? Those sounds are the work of no wind, my friend, nor the rumbling, the doing of any of the shadows. Those are calls of Halatali, for now beasts once kept from the Colosseum lurking. And these are no gentle beasts broken by the hand of man. No, these are those with even the might of the mortal flames cannot contain. For the look of you, you must be Rathima. I received word from Nedrick to be allowed. By his recommendation, I grant you leave to enter freely. You are able to find your way out.